Just got out of high school, and instead of starting life like a normal human person, I'm starting a YouTube channel. I booted up my world and looked at the garden. I did a solid bit of nothing and then failed my Oh, I succeeded my bucket clutch. What? Oh, I made all of those bucket clutches. We're off to a good start. I needed to make a wheat farm so I could get a solid source of emeralds from my villager. Honestly, it's been a long time coming. I'm mostly choosing wheat because I feel a little bad for breaking all of those gardens. But at the same time, no. I get free resources and a fancy garden. It's a win-win. I started mining out the mountain and ran into a wandering trader. I realized I should probably be hearing this guy. My Minecraft audio was not working, so I fixed it, and now I can hear stuff. After a bit more mining, I realized, holy crap, I should not have fixed my sound. They are so loud. So I killed them. Secret tunnel, secret tunnel. The tunnel was eventually going to be leading into the mountain where there were a bunch of little crop circles. I got a good look at the mountain from the outside and figured it'd look really cool with some little balconies poking out at every circle. So I started working on the entrances to those. But before that, I fell off a cliff. My brother uses my PC to play Bed Wars because the family laptop kinda sucks. And I'm like, if I'm not using my PC, why not, you know? Spent the next few seconds changing my settings back to what I like. I destroyed a few more gardens on the mountainside with precise ease, and made another little balcony area. Eventually, I did run home and make a bed so I didn't have to run up that hill every single time, which is honestly the best idea I've ever had, and then I failed a bucket clutch. I ended up making a little stairway out of the side of this house so that I could easily access the top balconies, and then got to work connecting those two balconies. I lost melon seeds. I was really sad. And then I failed a bucket- I succeeded a bucket clutch? Why is that in here? Oh, and then I failed a bucket clutch. I moved the iron golem over to the side because I didn't want any baby zombies getting to my villagers just in case I forgot to sleep away the night. I ended up exploring a cave, and then promptly ran away from said cave. Psych, I went back with torches, and then almost got murdered by multiple skeletons. I narrowly escaped with my life. And in case the universe decided that I'd escaped too easily, a creeper creeped up behind me. I connected a bit more of the balcony, ate some bread, broke my bed, and then connected another balcony to another balcony. And then I made another balcony entrance. I connected more balconies, and then made another balcony. Oh, this is so repetitive, I love it. I made a balcony for the balcony. I was running low on bread and ran around to the remaining gardens that I didn't break. I connected more balconies, made more entrances, connected more and more balconies, and then made another balcony entrance, and then made another staircase down to another connecting balcony, and then had to even it out because I mined out some garden space, failed my bread clutch, and breeded my cows. Wow, I got so much experience from that. I placed a fence down, I failed a bucket clutch, realized I didn't have a spawn place, and then failed another bucket clutch. I ended up placing the dirt into this garden and started placing down where I wanted the water to go. I failed another bucket clutch. I placed some seeds, but realized the lighting was really weird, so I had to place torches in the ceiling in order to successfully light up my garden. I found a monster spawner, which is very weird, and then skeletons came down and attacked me. But instead of facing that skeleton, I decided to try and sleep off my problem. I went back for round 2 and nearly died. Luckily I had a spawn point, but still, point still stands. I have small brain. I ran away on one heart, found a creeper in a corner, just started I booked it. I was scared for my existence, man. I looped around this house and hid, healing to 3/4 health, before I decided, hey, you know it's a good idea? Trapping myself in the spawner. I placed water instead of a torch and blocked off all the skeletons so I could loot the spawner. I took the 2 discs. I thought there was going to be 1 skeleton left, so I figured it was safe to walk in. There was not. There were like 50. I broke the block and arrows hit me. There were a ton of skeletons in that hole, and I decided to not even deal with them. In fact, I decided to not deal with it so good that I literally ran away from home. There was a 4th monument, by the way. I was mad about that development. I eventually got around to getting Fortune 3 on my pickaxe. I decided to hit the mines. I figured there was going to be something in there. There was not. I was very sad. I ran into a creeper, realized I didn't have a shield, so I was kind of on my own for this one. I got a potato from a zombie, and that was awesome. I ended up running around my area, seeing if there were any caves that I could explore. There were only surface level ones. I didn't get lucky with deep caves, unfortunately. But I didn't let that stop me. I found some obsidian and some pretty sick armor, and ended up taking all of the obsidian from this portal so that I could take it home. I achieved an achievement! I finally found a big deep cave, so I took my water bucket and dropped down. I did find diamonds pretty quickly. Unfortunately, it was only a 1 vein, and Fortune decided, haha, no. I killed a zombie using the cheating way, and then after my very unlucrative attempts to get diamonds, I just ran home. That was like the worst mining trip ever. I put my singular diamond into the chest, Woo! And then made another portal. Except I needed gravel, so I spent literally 15 minutes trying to get one thing of flint so that I could light up this portal and go to a really bad nether. It sucked. It was horrible, and I hate it. It's so ghast prone. I literally walk in here and it's just ghasts. I got efficiency 5. I was gonna buy it on camera, but I ended up taking an hour to get this single book, and I got a bit jumpy with this one. What? Why did I go back to the nether? Why did I go to the nether? Okay, I literally went in for no reasons. Moving on. I ran over to the nearby jungle because when I came here earlier to mine trees for the Fletcher, I found a massive cave, and now I'm here to rob it of its resources. I want diamonds. I found a mine shaft, which is always really fun for me. I have a system where I take a right at every point I can until I reach a dead end, and then I backtrack until the next available right turn. Eventually, I get the entire thing explored. It takes time. Usually, I give up after I find a more lucrative looking cave, but it works in the short term. Plus, I get this really satisfying walkthrough once I've blocked off all the areas. I was mining some iron along the weird square rooms that you typically get in mine shafts and found a cave spider spawner. I marked the coordinates and ran away. And then I found some glowberries and a gapple. I found another cave, and instead of exploring it like a normal person, I just ran away. I found some more diamonds, and after collecting those were also a 1 vein. Luckily, my diamond luck was not running low. I did find a bunch more veins. After seeing a baby zombie, I ran for the hills, scared for my existence. There were 2 baby zombies. Take that back, there were 3 now! They're multiplying by the second. I ran over to the pillar, bridged up to the top, and mined away any entrances that the zombies could have taken to get me. I took the time that I just bought for myself and upgraded my gear, made a diamond chestplate, got a shield, and then finally started killing the zombies from the top like a coward. Very glad that I did not get fills on Minecrafted. That would have been such a bad way to go. Skeletons almost hit me off of the cliff, and that was very scary. And at this point, I was reduced to a sobbing mess. I found some more mystery diamonds, more diamonds. My luck was turning around, and especially turning around with the fortune multiplying my diamond intake. I finally bridged up to the top, and luckily I knew where I was, or at least the general location. The jungle was a dead giveaway, so I went to my boat, went home, ignored the skeletons at the bottom of my house, and just went straight to bed. In the morning, I finally took care of my skeleton problem, and because all of my iron golems were tied up, they couldn't help me fix my skeleton issue. I ended up making a valuables chest. I spent a solid 3 seconds deciding if I wanted the emeralds to go in the right or left slot. I failed a bucket clutch. I got mending for my chest plate, and now I look fancy. I planted some bamboo and then went straight to bed. In the morning there were villagers, and since I lived in a village, if I kill these guys, I'd have to deal with a raid, and that's honestly the last thing that I wanted. So I grabbed some milk, a bow, and then tried to lure them away. After successfully killing the 2 that actually followed me, I went back for the last guy. I saw that his flag fell off. I didn't know if losing the banner meant that the captain wasn't captain anymore, but I didn't want to risk it, so I just kind of left him there. I didn't want my milk to go to waste, so I drank it and picked my water back up. I crafted a second bucket and went to go fix up that skeleton spawner. Unfortunately, the spawner ended up kicking into garden territory, so I had to take out a bit of garden. I got my take aim achievement. I killed the creeper pretty easily, and then missed every other arrow when I was trying to kill that skeleton. I got distracted by the dog. After setting up the farm, I wanted to get the skeletons down to half a heart so I didn't have to waste my axe durability. I could just punch them and get the experience. This would be the first time of me trying to do this, but that ain't gonna deter me. I forgot that I was getting soul sand for the farm, and then I remembered that I was getting soul sand. I got the soul sand. I failed my bucket clutch. I mined all the way down to get these skeletons to half a heart. I got some kelp. I filled my bucket clutch. I filled another bucket clutch. I went up the waterfall that I'd made myself and set up the rest of that skeleton farm. It's time to let the skeletons free. I was very proud of myself. It was very lucrative. And then I failed a bucket clutch. Failed another bucket clutch. And then made a storage area. After that, I went right back to work, mining out my crop circles. I accidentally punched into the skeleton farm, so that was an issue. I figured out where the edges of the farm were, so I knew where to avoid. I healed up my pickaxe a bit more, and then went straight back to fixing up that storage system. I decided to mine down that house. It was being mildly annoying. And then I failed my bucket clutch. I mined all of the wheat for absolutely no reason and didn't even make it into bread. I filled another bucket clutch. I ran out of dirt, so I decided to just fill in the rest of my seeds. Creepers then did what they do best and ruined my dream journal. At this point, I lost all semblance of organization. I stole this villager. What do I do with this villager? I don't know. I didn't write notes on this part. I filled a bucket clutch. And then I shifted twice. Wowzers, nothing happens here. I filled 2 bucket clutches simultaneously. It was great. I mined a bit more wall, finished said wall, mined a bit more wall, finished the wall, filled another bucket clutch, but died this time because I actually have repercussions for my actions. And then apparently my mom interrupted my Minecraft. I jumped right into bed and checked on that pillager. He's gone. I mined some more bread and turned it into wheat. I mined some more bread and turned it into wheat. and then looked at the ocean. I went to go mind my garden and didn't mind my- Why didn't I mind my garden? What the crap? I got another mending book for my diamond leggings and finally mined my garden, yes! I failed a bucket- I didn't fail a bucket clutch. I didn't fail- Delete it, it's gone, deleting it right freaking now. I mined a bit more of my garden area, and there was a wandering trader in here. I spared his life. I failed my bucket clutch. I saw that the golem had killed something and nodded in solidarity. At this point, I realized I desperately needed dirt for my new garden, and I was gonna take some from the neighboring villages. So, I left. Thanks for tuning in for episode 2. I hope that, yeah. According to YouTube statistics, I think like 2 of you are subscribed as of recording this. Thank you.